Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Loop Hero, where today I do believe we're gonna cycle back over to the Warrior and try the Warrior with some of our upgraded cards here. And I'm hoping that we can unlock the Rogue soon, because I'd like to try that too. Our major problem is just wood. Now I did just spend some wood building a farm. I'm not so concerned about the food resource, but it does have a card attached to it, and I thought it would be nice to be able to try out the wheat fields. So I put up a farm, and we're just gonna see. We're gonna see how good the wheat fields actually are. So I was playing with the deck already a little bit, trying to figure out what I wanted, and I think this is how we're gonna go out at first. Obviously, lowers item quality by 15% is a big deal with the arsenal, but having an extra item slot is also quite a big deal, and we should try it at least once, right? And then I turned off the desert, turned back on the rock, because I think the Warrior has more base HP. I went Arsenal over the Crypt in part because the Crypt removes the HP bonus from armor. To be perfectly honest with you, it may still be a net positive in terms of toughness, because you build up a lot of HP over the course of a run from every enemy that has a soul. And then I put on both the groves and the forests, turned off the desert because our survivability is much more HP based with the Warrior. And I put on both the groves and the forests because we do need more wood. And we don't have enough resources to build a lumberjack in the town right now, so we can't get it that way. And even if we could, it seems like a kind of a crappy way to get it. So I think we're going to try it like this. I don't love running 13 cards, but we do at least have the bookery. Hopefully we can build our combo relatively quickly here. And then this is what the wheat field does. Can only be placed next to a village and increases the amount of healing in villages adjacent to it and spawns a scarecrow every so often. Maybe we should cut the cemetery just to get our number of cards down. No, I'm gonna keep it. Let's just go like this. So back to warrior mode. Alright, fingers crossed here. Let's hope that it turns out that actually it wasn't the necromancer being unbelievably powerful. It was just that we got so much better at the game. Right? Wouldn't that be lovely? So it looks like it unlocked the second... Oh no, that's not actually... Huh. Oh! You gotta build the arsenal before the... Yeah. You probably gotta build the arsenal before it will take effect. Oh, it has to go adjacent to the road. That's inconvenient. Okay, it unlocks the helmet slot. Alright. Early grove, and then there's no reason to put the thickets down anywhere in particular, because we do not have blood groves up. So we'll just start building trees in the corner here. Look at that, we're already totally killing it on wood income. What kinds of stats do we get on... Oh, retaliation damage seems alright. Yep, that seems lovely. Just start building out the mountains up here. That's not where I meant to put that. Listen, dropping things accurately in tiles is not an important part of the game, so it's fine. And I mean, like, part of me just really wants to see the boss, because I want to know what the boss's gimmick is, so we can kind of start preparing for it. But another part of me is definitely thinking that putting down a lot of cards real fast might be dangerous for us. Like, we do need to get a lot of resources home, right? That's a pretty important part of what we're doing here. Let's just give that time to spawn spiders, hopefully. I put this one too close to us. Come on, slimes, drop your sweet liquid loot. I'll probably hold on to the meadow for right now. Okay, we did. We did get some shapeless mass. Blue shield, yeah. I'm assuming helmets can have more stats than just retaliation damage. I should actually, like... Oh, maybe they all do, in fact, just have retaliation damage. What a weird stat to be on a helmet. Like, that doesn't That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Where do we want to put this village? I guess I want to put it in a position where we could lay down like a long string of villages into wheat fields. So maybe not between the two groves. It does seem like the shapeless mass is just like a pretty rare drop though, huh? I wonder if there's any way to increase the number of slimes that spawn? The slimes are not like super dangerous or anything. Speaking of super dangerous, I'm a little nervous about all the damage we're taking here. Maybe I should have left the lightning temple on. You know, that magic damage bonus could be really useful. Alright, well, I guess it's it's more retaliation damage. Alright, show me something a little bit exciting. At least a little bit. Okay. That is, in fact, basically what I was talking about. So we want to space them slightly so if we get a wheat field, we can put it between them, right? And then I would love to get either a vampire mansion or a bookery to help draw a vampire mansion. Be real handy. I noticed that it makes a special noise when you get a bit of shapeless mass. Like it has a very distinctive loot sound. So that once you understand that it's a thing that is happening, you can notice right away and be excited about it. Alright, let's go ahead and do the bookery thing again. We'll go ahead and burn all three of these cards. Okay, wheat fields. Feel like we ought to play the wheat fields. Yeah, I'll burn those too. Show me something. Alright, well that's not a vampire exactly, but I'm not unhappy to see it. You know what I'm going to do is not create any blood path. That's my brilliant plan. Just create a long string of friendly territory for us to walk through up here. Road lantern. That's actually interesting. I don't know where I want a road lantern yet. I guess, actually, what I probably want to do with this is hold on to it for the moment. And either burn it for bookery charges, or it might be a good idea to, we'll make this the middle one. It might be a good idea to hold it until we have our goblin camp up, and then use it to limit the spawns out of the goblin camp. Or I guess I could put it down right now to limit the spawns out of the vampire village, huh? Vampire village is kind of a dangerous place, a little bit. You know what? I don't hate that. Let's do that. It's a shame that the bandit camp is where it is. I could have put it down here, I guess. Then it would have affected the spiders too. Yeah, I probably should have. I was thinking ahead, like, and then another bandit camp could pop up over here, but no, that was probably wrong. Okay, now these villages are not going to be nearly as free with the warrior. I am a little worried about that. But we shall see. Ooh. Hell yeah, magic damage and vampirism. I mean, there's definitely something to be said for just having an extra slot to accumulate evasion and vampirism in. As far as survivability goes, that seems fairly valuable. Do I want to put it closer to the road? No, this is fine. Ooh, wow. I mean, I'll say this. I'm still feeling fairly powerful here. Let's hold on to these cards for the rookery. I guess I should probably do this too. After receiving this effect and after every loop, the hero receives a bar of phantom protection. So yeah, effectively you get some magic HP. Blood Lightning summon equal to your vampirism. That's interesting. I mean, obviously a resurrection charge is nice, but there are a lot of situations where that's not actually going to be helpful. So, like last time, right? We got into a situation where we were just getting pulped so badly that resurrection didn't do anything. I'm going to take this. And then I am going to play this Road Lantern where I should have played the last one. And we'll hold the rest of these cards for the Rookery. Yeah, I'll Wheatfield. Alright, well, I mean, another treasury's fine. I'm pretty sure I've been saying Rookery instead of Bookery. I'm kind of hoping for, like, a second vampire thing, right? Let's play the treasury here. Yeah, I guess just flip them again. I would really like... bummer. I would really like to be able to have a second upgraded village. Where do I want to put this? I guess just like right after that heal is fine. And then I guess just hold on for a moment here. I gotta say though, I think we've rolled very well on loot. For having the armory down, right? Like our average loot quality has seemed quite good. So magic damage and attack speed versus the evasion and the vampirism. I think we're gonna be loath to lower our vampirism here. What was that? Banishes a random enemy at the start of the battle. Interesting. 30% of creatures' damage is dealt to every... Okay, so these would be a little bit annoying to fight as the Necromancer. You know, with it being the case that every card we put down lowers the number of oozes we're likely to see, I wonder if you're trying to, like, really push Shapeless Mass, I wonder if the smart thing to do is just to not play a lot of road cards. You can still play things that go adjacent to the road to generate value. But yeah, we probably have to intentionally optimize for that if we want to do it. Because the stuff seems to come in really slowly otherwise. Just make sure that these are actually blooming. We'll get to the mountain. It'll happen. Ooh, I do want more spiders. I like spiders. Do I also want to drop another cemetery? I mean, the spiders, or the skeletons do get kind of tough. Alright, I'm going to keep it up for now. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I think we've already met. Out of the way. I must... Wait a minute. So, I guess only this is dialogue that only the warrior has with the thing? Trees talk so much about you, they even made me in your honor. Well, that's nice of them. I guess, yeah, okay, I see the similarity. Glad to get out of your way, but I'm afraid I can't walk. He desperately wants to be cut down, but obviously he's going to punish us for doing it. It's like a cat. It's like a cat made of wood. Alright, let's get your Mokujin asses out of the way here. Right, get him with the blood lightning. I think there was some there. I do wish that the effect was a little bit more dramatic. You know, just a lightning strike from the sky. Just really sell it. Level 5 blue hats. I mean, the retaliation damage gets really significant. I think I'd rather have the vampirism than the regen per second, even in situations where we didn't have the blood lightning. So lose 7% vampirism for some evasion and... Nah, I'm good. Alright. Should probably put down a mountain here. I guess actually it should have been... It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to make sure that we can actually bloom around these. And I know that I'm not completing our peak particularly quickly, but it is, as you might have noticed, not my most primary concern. What I'm concerned with right now is getting loot. And this is definitely a run where I am going to prioritize keeping our loot over fighting any bosses. It does seem like maybe it takes more total, it takes a larger number of total cards to spawn the boss on this map, maybe? A larger number of total, you know, tiles played, because it's not the cards that does it, it's the space taken up. Let's go ahead and drop this treasury before we touch the bookery. I guess, yeah, let's hold on to the rest of this for now. Okay, so book is up. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to the rest of this through the next bookery as well. Man, those books do a lot of damage. They give you a lot of stuff. It's a considerable amount of value to be had, but ouch. Do I want to pop this yet? Probably not. Let's fill in the area around this one first. That's not a super inconvenient spot for that, I guess, because there's already going to be monsters spawning here. Could be a lot worse. So I want to make sure that we can bloom. Okay. I'm pretty happy about that. I think that is an okay pull. And then it's like, I guess it's just thicket to make sure we can bloom stuff here. We may as well grove there. I mean, we're collecting wood very quickly. Boy, the scare-away effect is, like, very menacing. There's a real mean-looking face in that cloud of escape dust. I can't really even tell how much damage the blood lightning is doing. I think the problem is it might be reporting the damage all as one, like, package. Rather than, like, one hit of your normal melee plus one hit of the lightning. Do we want to play these? I think I want to, as soon as we're through the campfire, I think I want to pop all of the treasuries, because we're starting to get manhandled, like, a little bit. I am a little worried about the village, given our current health level. Really, really, really don't want to be dropping vampirism. Yeah, I'm honestly, like, strongly considering just bailing when we hit the end of this loop. That seems pretty okay. Magic damage, regen, yeah. Boy, if we even make it to the end of this loop, because we're kind of getting wrecked a little bit here. And then we still have this thing, and boy, we got a quest spawn here, huh? Do I need to pop the treasuries now? It feels very bad. I'm gonna put down some forests just to get us some more attack speed here. Although I guess attack speed's not really a problem against these guys. I'm not actually changing the speed at which the battle happens by attacking them any faster. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Oh god. Okay. That's tough. That's a tough one. So we bring back 2 stable wood. Yeah, maybe we just have to not do... maybe we just have to not do forests? It might be too hard to deal with the villages. And we definitely need to bring home a hell of a lot more wood than that. Okay. How else might we do this? If we cut the forest... I mean, maybe it is just cut the forest, go down to 12 cards in the pool, and then play it from there. Because it feels like you're always going to take a ton of damage from those guys. I guess the more evasion you have, the safer it is. You know what? Let's try it like this one more time and maybe just focus a little bit more on evade percentage. Alright, look at me remembering to do the thing right away. I don't want to do it right after the campfire, because that's where our battlefields will go. Yeah, the game has certainly gotten harder, and I am, at this point, thinking that some of the power of the Necromancer definitely is actually just the Necromancer being very powerful. The skeletons... The way the skeletons work lets you sidestep so many of the dangerous things in the game. Cemetery... I mean, I kind of want the skeleton to spawn before we get into stuff. I'm just going to put it here. I would like that skeleton to be up before we get there. Even with all the vampirism, though, I really did feel like we were just not getting... We were not getting enough health income. Not nearly. At this point, with my damage as bad as it is, I don't know that these are hugely relevant. I'm actually going to hold on to these for a moment until, in the hopes of getting lucky and pulling an early, what do you call it? An early treasury. Like, if we got a treasury early enough, I probably would just burn through it. Does it matter where we put this? Not really. And then spider cocoon in a place where it will have time to generate some spiders before we get to it. Okay, well, our village, we are unfortunately having a little bit of trouble finding a vampire mansion. I wonder if a vampire mansion here would transform both of them. I really do want to put mountains around the big peak, so I think I'm actually just holding on to a lot of cards here. Boy, the bookery only works to fix your combos if you actually find bookeries. You do have to, like, occasionally get one. And right now we're doing, like, okay, I guess. Should probably have one of these equipped. But we do need to step it up a little bit on loot quality. Alright, well, we probably need to play something here. It doesn't really matter where we put that. Yeah. Whatever, I guess I'm not too worried about the early treasury anymore. Let's just build some noise in the corner here. A little bit of visual texture. Yeah, we're having trouble even finding, like, real loot. Okay, there we go. Where do I want to put down the treasury? I would really like to fill out this area up here. That would be really fun. Alright, I'm going to put this down with room for the rocks. We're going to hope that it actually pays out. We're going to hope that we see some rocks this time. Yeah, I think we just hold on to that for the moment, too. I'm having a hell of a time finding, like, the good cards. Finding the cards that we need. I don't really know what to do about it, honestly. Aside from just, like, lower the number of things in the loot pool and then hope. Hope, like, really hard. Well, I suppose this is an upgrade. We really, like, we're not finding anything. It feels like the loot quality has decreased from the last run by a very large percentage. Let's give that some room. At this rate, we may have to bail on this run, like, quite early. Just come back out and hope for a better start. Okay, there's our first piece of actual loot. Yeah, we're out here drinking potions after fighting just, like, extremely basic enemies. Alright. It does work. It does do the thing that way. Do I want to road lantern? It feels like a waste. Because, you know, that village is going to flip eventually, and then this won't be reducing the output of anything. So I guess I'm just going to hold off for the moment. Definitely thinking about just building the peak entirely with mountains. Although I guess at this point that's not even an option. We don't have anywhere near enough mountains to get the job done. Yeah, this is kind of a terrifying amount of damage here. Okay. First of all, no, that's fine. What about this? If your HP drops below 30%, your regen is doubled. So I'm assuming regen is just HP per second. And we're already talking about stepping up on the evasion. Obviously, this isn't very good right now, but I think we will head in that direction. And then, yeah, man, we just have, like, we have nothing. We have no things. I guess I will do that. 5% evasion over 6% counter. No, that's... It's just actually kind of a bad item for being yellow quality, honestly. So we do still need to get out of here with some Orbs of Expansion, too. Even if the Orbs of Unity are going to be the bottleneck pretty considerably. But yeah, we might have to leave at the end of this loop. Am I doing that? Yes, I think I am. So let's just go ahead and seal this. Make sure that we play all of the things that generate resources when you play them. Oh, right, I gotta make sure that I actually bloom that. Yeah, this start has just gone really, really poorly. Okay. Bloom that. The road lantern doesn't do anything when you build it, right? Yeah, okay. I'm a little worried I'm not even going to make it out of this part of the battle here. Okay. Wow. Really dangerous. definitely retreat. I mean, we brought some stuff home. We got a tiny, tiny, tiny little payout. So it's 10 drops of this. So we're still 14 drops off. Geez, it was 4, right? Yeah. All right, let's maybe tweak the deck downward a little bit. So what would we not run? Because I'm thinking about not running the forests. So maybe let's just go ahead and cut them then. And then one thing that I'm not 100% clear on, and that knowing would definitely help, is how the loot drop works. Because it's a possibility that every time you get a card, it just rolls among all of your cards with equal weight. But it's also possible that when you get a card drop, it rolls a category, and then it rolls within that category. And I think that that could be the case because of the fact that path cards have to be so much rarer than other types of cards, and that we see these constantly. I think it may well be the case that that it decides which category of card is dropping first. There's a weighted roll where this is most likely to occur, then this, and then within the categories it rolls, which means that taking out different cards will change the percentages in different ways. I think I'm going to keep the rest of this. I guess if we're really trying to maximize seeing particular cards, we could lose the cemetery. Alright, let's try like this to really force the things we want. Let's see if this is effective at all. Let's make sure we get all of this stuff down. It does suck a little bit that the arsenal takes up a roadside slot. You know, those aren't like super rare, but they're rare enough. Alright, definitely spider cocoons. Let's give these some time to bloom, so to speak. Even with our drops rebalanced, we're still having a little bit of a time finding the things we're after. We may as well just go ahead and play this. Does it matter where I build the thing? I guess let's build it over here. And then we'll hold on to the meadows as usual, at least for a little while here. Come on, spiders. Show me good stuff. Well, I mean, that stuff's okay. Yeah, it is still really difficult to get villages. And maybe difficult's not the right word, on account of, it's not like I could play better and make it happen. But it's still bad. It's still bad to try to get villages. Also, rocks everywhere all the time. Well, the bookery will certainly help. So, what do we want to get out of our deck before we hit this bookery? Let's go ahead and... Oh, right, you can't play the wheat fields first. Well, I'm very concerned that it's going to just discard my wheat fields. So we're going to not do the other stuff. So as to give the minimum chance of the wheat fields being selected. Definitely establish the treasury, but, like, do I want to do it here? Maybe I want to do a treasury, like, over in the distance here and just drop meadows mostly around it to minimize the amount of mountains around the peak we can do. Yeah, I guess let's try that for now. I'll take the grove. And I just, like, immediately reversed the thing I was talking about with, being careful not to let the the wheat fields get bookeried. Not as a plan, you understand, but because I already forgot that that was a thing I was doing. Alright, do we want to play some of these like mountains before we hit the thing? I guess so. Mountains are a little bit more valuable than the rocks are. Alright, a vampire mansion is an okay draw. I probably don't want to let that get burned. Just do it like right here. Those aren't even new cards. Those are just the same... Those are the same cards. I got completely screwed here. Well, I do have a ring, I suppose. Right, I think the lesson that we're mostly learning here is to go back to playing the Necromancer. It turns out he's pretty good. Do we want a second vampire mansion? Like, am I going to build another one of these towns? It's early enough that I don't necessarily think that's a bad idea. Alright. A lot of mimics today. Alright, come on, Slime. You know that you are full of memories of a village. Is that how this works? When we get cards from a monster, are we stealing its memories? Are those like the physical forms of its memories? Okay. Finally got some damn loot. Retaliation damage up enough. Seems alright. Yep, I'll take that. Yeah, I think that's the right call. Okay. A level 3 spear is definitely encouraging. I might actually have wanted to use those rocks. I might have been good to pause there. Can't quite surround the treasury yet. The retaliation damage is really nice. The dude just got completely back up. I think the other guy was even trying to eat him. He just didn't get the job done quickly enough. Damn it. I was gonna say, if he gets back up, I'm gonna be so mad. Do we want more spider cocoons? I guess so. So, provided we survive this fight, we need to consider what we're going to do about this bookery here. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good upgrade. And then this is lose some counter, gain attack speed and vampirism. Probably good. And then 65% of max HP. You know what? Sure, let's try it. I'm pretty low on health right now, I could use it immediately. Oh, these dudes getting back up way more frequently than 20% of the time is actually a total nightmare. So, definitely want to play these wheat fields before we lose that. A brass candlestick. What do you actually do? Damage is increased by 5% when in range of a road lantern or beacon. Oh, that's interesting. Especially since the beacon is an attack speed bonus, which means it and the damage increase here will scale multiplicatively with each other. That seems pretty okay. And then I think if I put this down here, it won't benefit me right now, but I do think I want to put it down there. Do I want to commit this card? Like, what else am I hoping for? I guess another village I would prefer. Yeah, we'll hold on to it for a moment. Is the road lantern worth playing? Do we have a spot where it makes much sense? I suppose here? Yeah. Okay, just wheat fields. Kind of a bummer. Well, at least we got a treasury out of it. I suppose the fact that you could still draw a treasury is a good reason not to do this thing, because it means the next treasury has to be placed so far away. You know, knowing I was so close to that, maybe that's what I should have saved the road lantern for. God, that's a lot of wheat. A lot of wheat and not so much, like, stuff to allow me to play my wheat. I think I'm not going to play another bookery. They get scary kind of quickly. I would love to draw one more rock. Yeah, I'm gonna prep to clear this, I think. I think we're going to need to. And, like, pretty soon. So honestly, our loot is not very good for the number of loop levels there are. Yep, that seems pretty solid. Okay, well that's handy, and then I guess we only get one card exchange out of this thing anyway. Just go ahead and make some meadow plays. Okay, all of a sudden, all of the loot's showing up. Boy, the numbers on both of these are so low, it's hard to know exactly how valuable that even is. Okay, so now this is all bloomable. I'm gonna try just building for HP for the moment. We'll hope to... Do I want to build a rock over here? I mean, we do have to close it at some point. Alright. Please don't hurt me, book. I mean, it could have gone worse. Oh, we should definitely grove again. I'm considering cracking this treasury right now. I think I don't. I think I do like this. Start working on the other one. I'm going to be greedy here and try to make it to another loop, although we're already burning through our energy shield at a remarkable rate here. That may be wishful thinking on my part. Yeah, let's get the resources. Well, I'll say this. We have generated a tremendous amount of wood, at least. I feel a little bit bad. I feel like we're picking on him. It's funny that there's a weapon that, or there's an item that like very slightly buffs your damage versus undead, or versus vampires, and then there's another item that very slightly buffs your damage versus undead, which is just a category that also includes vampires. Alright, I think we can maybe get another treasury done, maybe. Right now our defense is 15. So, I mean, that's not a small increase. Full Hand of Oblivions, you know, actually, Blissful Ignorance might be good here. It's certainly, like, more of a short-term gain. I'm gonna take Dominant Mass. We'll just prioritize a lot of defense this run. Oops, sorry. So definitely want a treasury. Do I want to just put it down here? Yeah, I think so. Do I want to save these meadows for popping these two treasuries right after we hit the thing? I mean, I guess I'm going to get booked if I try to do that. But maybe that's okay. Maybe it's okay to just see what these turn into in the bookery. So I think we're doing all right for the moment. I do like the regen. I think I'm actually I'm gonna stick with what we got. Alright, come on, swarm enemy. Nope, nothing. Alright, well we can only benefit from so many tiles at the bookery, so we're probably gonna want to play some of this. Alright, I'm fine burning the Vampire Mansion. Let's, I guess, put down some rocks for this thing. And then, like, how much do I want to save these two meadows? I guess the answer is kind of a lot. We're in a place here where I'm definitely feeling unsafe. So 11 to 17, but we lose the attack speed and the counter. Yeah, that's probably not actually an improvement. Alright, I will, of course, take additional village, which effectively just prevents goblins from spawning entirely, right? Can non-bandit enemies exist in village tiles? I guess we're gonna find out. And then... there we go. Just taking real care about that blood path thing. The blood clots have started to get, like, actually very dangerous. So you can avoid spawning books if you want to by just not having enough cards to use the bookery. It's not a thing you're always going to be able to do, but certainly, at least some of the time, an option. So, yeah, okay. All of the spaces around this thing will bloom stuff now. So I guess it doesn't really matter where we put this. Yeah, with the bookery where it is, we are having to fight an awfully large number of books. Come on, Shapeless Mass? Nope, no such luck. So I guess right now we have enough play anywheres to finish off all three of the treasuries, and maybe we do hold that. We have no use for the weed fields. Yeah, alright. So when we start the next loop, boy, that's not getting finished. But when we start the next loop, we're going to heal for a considerable amount, and then also get that big shield. Do I think that's going to be enough to carry us through another one? Honestly, I kind of think the answer is no. I'm a little nervous. I'm more than a little nervous. If we know, we can go ahead and place a couple of things here. Let's just put this rock down there. Yeah, now all of those spaces bloom. I'm going to make sure that we are holding enough tiles to pop the other treasure immediately. More and more I am thinking that we're going to try it. Alright, so we're out of healing potions. Ooh, attack speed up is interesting. It is a lot of extra health. The vampirism, though... Vampirism's probably important. 1.5 is actually a pretty significant amount of regen per second, but... Gosh, that's a lot of retaliation damage. Like, enemies having 76 health. I don't know. I'm gonna sit on it for a second and continue to consider. Okay, we fortressed, or we counts-landsed one of these things. We are allowed to just run still. Do we want to? Because I'm not in great shape here. No, I'm going to be greedy. We're going to try for one more. Perhaps profoundly foolishly. Alright, let's go rock, mountain. I guess the mountain should have been here. Give me another one of those. Okay, a village. Let's put down the village right here. And then wheat fields. Yep, no, we can't do the other wheat field yet. And I should probably do that. And I guess there's no weight really on this stuff, right? I should just place these as quickly as I can. I'm not going to place the battlefield, probably. There's not really a big benefit to doing so. Alright, hopefully the bunch of heals in a row that we're going to get off of all those villages is going to be good enough. Oh, look at all the resources. It's so beautiful. Okay, where do we want a road lantern? I guess right here, maybe? There's already a road lantern over there, but maybe a good idea to have one near this other goblin camp. Yeah, that's okay. That's not bad. And then even more rocks. Who doesn't love a big rock? And I don't think I actually want to play any of the rest of this stuff. No, no, don't fight the chest. There you go. Finding the chest feels like a terrible waste. Okay, at least that was some gear. So a little bit less regen, but in all other ways, quite good. So that's quite a lot of defense gain, which we do care about. Yeah, I think that's an upgrade. You're going to have a hard time going wrong with a base damage upgrade that is that large, regardless of the other stats on the weapon. Are you an upgrade? 423 with 5 defense. So 5 defense is, what is it, 20% converts? Yeah, so that's like a little over 1 point of bonus damage. It is a lot of extra HP. And the heal from the villages... Is the heal from the villages percentage based? The game calculates stuff out for you in a way that's kind of annoying because I'd like to see what the base values are. So it says 165 now. No, it looks like these ones are not percentage-based. Well, that's a shame. Either that or they're like a percentage of base health, maybe. Whoa, whoa. What on earth was all of that noise? Ah, okay. There's one additional item for every non-chest ally present at the start of the battle. That's cool. Okay, that's a lot of loot. So that's a good way of really just like packing your inventory with stuff. A lot of which is going to be garbage you throw away, but hey, that's still value. So we lose a little bit of... No, we gain magic damage, we lose some defense. Yeah, I don't think that's a good trade. And then we're gonna... Do I want to put this down in front of me? Like maybe start villaging over here? It's actually not a bad idea. Let's do it like right there to remove one place that there can be goblins. Because yeah, the goblins definitely do not spawn into villages. It's a useful control tool if you are not trying to have a bunch of goblins around. Oh, I should probably be working over here. Yeah, this one's not... This one is probably not getting finished. Alright, gosh, I sure do hope we live to get out of here. Because, man, we have a lot of resources. It's looking unlikely, though, is what I will say. I kind of miss Oblivion. I sort of think we should put Oblivion back in the deck. Being able to give yourself that little bit of safety. I mean, I guess there's something to be said for the idea that if you need Oblivion, you've already screwed up in a way that might not be long-term recoverable, but we don't need long-term recoverable. Oh, it's a lot of damage. We're so close. We're so close to all of the villages. And also, we're not that far off of daylight. Which obviously will help quite a lot. Or dawn, I mean. You know, we do probably have room for a ring increase here. So, half a second regen per second. Wow. That's a lot of attack speed. I sort of don't want to drop the the regen per second. I'll do this one. And then the rest of this stuff is not going to be particularly compelling. All right, we're starting to get healed at least. We're gonna have a bunch of bandit fights in front of us here, but at least we are going to get healed before each of them. And hey, there's my treasury. Inconvenient. Wasn't counting. So we probably don't want to do anything else here. They do hit pretty hard, actually. Jesus. Yeah, we might die right here. Yep. Damn it. Always too greedy. Always. Well, I mean, we get to come back with 5 whole wood, 5 whole stone, and 4 whole metal. It's not really that bad. And this time we didn't lose any shapeless mass at all. We did get a time shard, though, that we don't get to take home. Time shards make astral orbs. Is that the kind of orb that we saw in the book that we've not actually seen a whole one of before? I do believe so. Okay, well, I did not notice what dropped the time shard. Let's see, it wouldn't have been one of these. Was it you? Ooh, you can drop an unknown. Stable branches. Is there anything else that we haven't looked at yet? Nope. Huh. Oh, hey, blood clots are liquid. Okay, so we should definitely be spawning as many blood clots as possible then. Because shapeless mass is high value. You know what? I bet this is the time shard, and it's unknown because we've never actually had one in our inventory back at camp. Because that was the first one we'd ever seen, and then we died with it. Yeah, because it sure looks like nothing else drops that stuff. Now that we have more cards, we should probably put the swamp back in. See if we can find any other synergies. So let's see here. We have 2 more road cards we haven't seen. 4 roadside. These are tiles, rather, not cards, because the transformations. I wonder if this is just an upgrade from wheat, and then this is an upgrade from a village, question mark. There's 4 more landscapes. Okay. Yeah, I gotta say, I do not feel good about the warrior relative to the necromancer at this point. So we only need 1 wood for the refuge. Let's go ahead and we're just gonna run back out there. We're gonna run back out there as necromancer. We're gonna get just a little bit of stuff, and then we're gonna bounce. You know what? Let's turn off rock, turn desert back on, because I do think that is good stuff. And then, like, the forest is actually great for the necromancer. It's not just not bad, it's actively great. Does the necromancer get the helmet too? We should test this. Because, like, obviously that helmet slot's a lot less compelling for the necromancer. No, you get shield. That's interesting. How much do I value that? I mean, obviously, like, any extra slot is good. But, like, how much do I care about defense? Probably not. It's probably you mostly care about the other stats that are on it. Although the shield's going to have a lot of warrior type stuff on it, right? Like, you're going to find vampirism shields and stuff, which are not necessarily very interesting for you. Skeleton level up, good. Sand dunes. I guess I could be just holding on to this stuff. This, on the other hand, go down right away. So I wish I had taken note of how many sticks we need. It's fine. We'll do like 1 or 2 loops. We'll have well over the amount of stuff that we need. Oh, hey, also, shapeless mass. Feel pretty okay about that. I don't know. It doesn't matter too much. I'm not even going to equip that. It's not enough of an upgrade. Okay, that's a nice find. So we just start building between these two. So I think these are probably the only 3 classes in the game, unless it turns out... interesting. Let's do it here. Unless it turns out that there's a class in whatever is beyond the river. I wonder how different the rogue's actually going to feel from the warrior, though. Let's give those time to spawn. Surrender your shapelessness. Okay, regen. Regen's fine. It's not, like, super exciting, considering how often we are at max HP on account of the magic HP. Tend to lose all of our health in sort of a single go. Defense 1. Oh, these are not the same kind of item. I was like, why are the stats so different on these? But yeah, that's why. I would definitely rather have the summon quality. Okay, so there are necromancer specific shields. That's good. That's very good for us. I don't know if this is going to turn out to be better than running the crypt, though. Because the crypt basically has no downside for us, right? In theory, we might find a bookery at any moment. It's not seeming super likely, but it could happen. Alright, so that's made... Yeah, all of these spaces are bloomable. Well, we are certainly not going to be short wood. Come on, daylight. Yeah, there we go. We may as well max out our spiders per battle, right? I do feel like we are maybe seeing fewer cards than I would like. Come on, Shapeless Max. Ooh. Okay. Do we want to potentially spawn a book? Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I want you both to give me cards. Boy, these spiders are really coming at us. Their attack speed seems extremely high. At this point, I'm throwing away anything that isn't village, right? Come on, guard skeleton. We have 10% summon quality. It could happen. We're having a hell of a time actually dealing any damage to them. Tell me I am not about to die here. Yeah, the perfectly spread out DPS really sucks. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. And then I might just road lantern this area. No joy. Are we sticking around for another loop? Or do I think there's a serious chance I will die? I do think there's a serious chance I will die. You know, we were just here to get the stuff necessary to build the rogue thing. It's fine. We can go. And we took home one entire shapeless mass. Yeah, let's build ourselves a refuge. Okay. What is this? The refuge has to be built off the field kitchen? Weird. I don't like the fact that there are some buildings that care... Like, the town area is so non-positional. The fact that there are a couple of buildings that are positional is actually, like, kind of a huge bummer. Alright, there's Exile. Even in Exile, don't be hard on the Lost Souls. Who, yes, that's the guy that really loves Exile. That's why he insisted we build his refuge in the middle of camp. This place and its surroundings, they're familiar to me. Are we supposed to be the same character in different classes? I guess the face looks pretty similar. And we still have the same weird blade of grass thing. As if someone else knew and did all this, and now I have their knowledge and skills. Yes, it's as if someone else did all of the stealing. Definitely not me. Please don't hold me responsible for any of this. Alright, so we can have a quick look at least. We're not going to actually jump in. So, weapon, armor, and boots. Boots is not a thing we've had with other classes. Okay, so we don't know what kind of stats appear on boots. Can receive trophies after killing enemies in battle and exchange them for equipment in the camp. Has 5% vampirism from the start. Oh, that's interesting. 10% bonus for any effect for every equipped item with the same effect. Oh. So he strongly encourages you to build into a single stat linear, which, you know, that's I feel like you're pretty encouraged by the way like the traits work to do that anyway. That's interesting. So the only thing that I'm like really concerned about at this point is getting that river established, and that's it's gonna be a minute. We still of course need more wood. Yeah, if we save up enough metal and we build some lumberjacks, I guess that's a thing we can do. Does having the forest itself... No, the forest doesn't do anything except power adjacent lumberjacks. Alright, well... We'll just keep gathering stuff this way. I mean, if all we do is make resource runs out and then actually come home when it's time to come home instead of pushing my luck too far, we get wood at a fast enough rate that it probably won't end up mattering too much anyway. Alright, well, I do believe that is where we are going to call this for today, and thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, I guess we're going to try the third class out, and see if they fare any better than the warrior in the increasingly hostile environs of our memory. And we'll see you then.